Alright guys, it's Jade Plays Games. Welcome back to the ARK Survival Evolved Tech Tier first look. In the previous video I've shown you guys how to spawn all the items you need for the Tech Tier armor and the rifle. There's a couple commands you need. You can't just spawn in the item commands, you have to do something else. So go and check that video out for that. We're going to be continuing on looking at the rest of the Tech Tier items now. So the same thing as before guys, I'm using the Xbox One Smart Glass. On PS4 you're going to have to type these in unless you know a way that you can type in the commands using some sort of handheld device or mobile phone. Just like with the armor and the rifle, you need to learn the engrams before you can spawn in items. You only unlock tech tier when you've killed the bosses. If you're mucking around like I'm showing you now and spawning them in, you have to type in 2 codes to get each single piece. So here's the code for the unlock engram. You have to unlock it first. We're going to take a look at the replicator. And there you go, techgram unlocked, tech replicator. So now I'm typing in the command for the actual ID number for the tech replicator. I'm going to leave all the links down below in the description for all these items. So you can go ahead and copy and paste them. And there you go, we've now got a tech replicator as well. And there you go, the tech replicator is down. It is quite a big old beast. What the tech replicator does, if we've not gone through it already, is basically a ramped up crafting bench. It has over 600 slots, so you will be able to actually make ascendant items now. If you've previously tried before using crafting benches, you'll realise that some blueprints that you find, even though they're ascendant, you won't be able to have made them because they need so many items. Well, now you've got a crafting bench that, in theory, should be able to make most ascendant items. If we go through them, you can see the armour there. It unlocks the chest piece, the leggings, the helmet, the gauntlets and the tech boots. Once you've unlocked this engram by defeating one of the bosses, you won't have to learn it again. This enables to make as many leggings or helmets as you want, as long as you've got the materials for it. But again, you need to have unlocked all of these engrams before you can use them. So if you've not defeated the bosses, or you've not put in the code that I've just told you guys about, which is the unlock engram code, you will not be able to use these items. So that's very important. I don't want you guys getting confused and trying to spawn in the items and wondering why you can't use them. You have to put the unlock engram code in first. But you can see there, most of the materials are fairly small. The only thing that's quite large or might be hard to get hold of is the element and possibly black pearls. Okay, so I've added all the resources you need. Now we can make as many of these tech leggings, tech chest piece, the helmet, the gauntlets, or the boots as we want. Bearing in mind though, like I said, you do need the element. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it. You can see that it was really super quick. Doesn't help as well that actually on my server at the moment my crafting speed is like 560. And the same thing goes for the tech rifle, so you can make as many of these as possible. As long as you and your tribe mates have all gone and defeated the boss at least once and claimed some of these engrams, you will be able to use whatever you've unlocked. I'm going to be doing a separate video telling you exactly what you get when you defeat every type of boss and what level the bosses are. And of course you can make more items, you can make more replicators as well. And the same thing goes for the Rex saddle. Looking at it, it looks pretty cool. I still feel just like on PC, I commented on it, it does seem to make the frame rate and the lag jump up quite a bit. It'd be interesting to see what the other tech items are like when we get hold of them. For now, I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to spawn in the rest of the items. And there you go, we've just unlocked the tech transmitter. So no matter if I die, no matter what happens, I will always be able to make more of these transmitters as long as I've got a tech replicator. Now I'm spawning in a couple of transmitters. And we should be able to place them somewhere nearby. And there we go, that's the transmitter. Now by the looks of things, you don't necessarily need actual items of element to power this one. It seems to be on without it, but I'm going to put these in anyway. What the transmitters do, if you've been no idea what they do, they're basically portable obelisks. You can transmit ARK data across the ARK. So you can upload your survivor data, creature data, or download creature data. One thing you can't do with them is summon any bosses. It's just a quick way of portal for PvP players to gain access to other servers across ARK servers. So for single player games, it's pretty useless. You can do lots of the same things that supply drops as well as the obelisks. Right, a couple of things about the tech replicator and the tech transmitter before we go. You need to actually go to an obelisk to make the replicator first. So once you've defeated the boss and you've quickly picked up the engram, make sure you head over to an obelisk as quickly as you can. Access the terminal like you normally do, and you can see instead of tributes being the only thing there now, there is structures and crafting, and that is how you actually make the replicator. Again, you're going to need a lot of elements. You've got 75 elements needed, 5,000 metal ingots, 600 crystal, 150 black pearl, 800 polymer. But once you have the replicator, then you can make all the other items as long as you've unlocked them. When facing off against the bosses, you cannot take any of the tech tier items in with you. They will not transfer. You have to do it like normal methods with dinosaurs or weapons. So we're seeing from the replicator that you need to craft it at the obelisk. A couple other pointers are with the transmitter, you don't need to fuel it. And you can actually transfer water dinos. This is the only way you can transfer water creatures. I've yet to put it in practice yet, so I don't know how it's going to work transferring like a Mossa or something like that. I presume you have to put the actual transmitter somewhere in water or nearby water. Let's go and test that theory out now and see if we can actually place it in the water. And there you go guys, you can place it in the water. This is how you transfer your water dinos. So that is how you transfer your water creatures. You can now do that using one of these. So there you go guys, that is just a very quick brief look at how you can spawn in the transmitter and the actual replicator. So the last thing I'm going to show you is the Tech Rex saddle. Now I've already unlocked it because I've done it by accident earlier in the previous video. So I'm going to get straight onto just spawning one in. And there you go, you can see there, it's a bit glitchy, but I have actually spawned in 3 or 4. So now we just need a T-Rex to try it on. There's one. Okay, let's tame this bad boy up. We have a Rex. Woohoo! So just equip your T-Rex saddle like you normally would. And then you can jump on it. It looks pretty badass, I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty good. When you've put the saddle on your actual Rex, make sure you put element inside the Rex. And also then highlight it and click it onto the actual saddle so it loads it up. Now the Rex has got two modes. You've got the normal battle mode that you would usually just use a Rex for. And you've got this one, the laser mode. It's pretty cool. This is what I would like to see tech do more. Have abilities for dinos. Whoa, get wrecked, son. See you later, Wolf. You activate its battle mode by right clicking this joystick. And then you'd simply RT or R2 to actually fire. With the saddles and all the tech tier, you can actually paint them separate colours. So it'd be really cool to see what combinations people come up with, just like you can with the Bionic armour. Obviously the tech saddle does use elements, so be careful that you're not overusing too much. And as you saw, you load it up just like you load up any other sort of gun or weapon that uses ammo. So there we go guys, that is the little short guide gameplay showing you guys exactly what the Replicator does, how to use the transmitter and how to use the Rex saddle. It is pretty cool, I like the way it moves on the dinosaurs. I definitely like to play around with tech tier. So what do I think after that? Tech tier isn't as OP as I first thought. I can clearly see why the devs aren't worried about imbalances. I still think that for well organised alpha tribes it's still going to be far too easy to get some of these items, but some of these items really aren't worth the trouble. Some elements are really cool. I really like the flying ability, even though I didn't think I would. Running around and being able to fly super quick like that was pretty cool. I'm not so keen on the running ability. I still think it actually just doesn't work very well. The tech rifle I'm not too keen on either. I think it's still just a bit way too space agey. I like the tech saddle. And definitely the firepower of the laser on the T-Rex is phenomenal. I think that will be the scariest thing that we'll be actually seeing. If alpha tribes can get hold of a T-Rex and put one of these on it, I would not want to mess with it. Overall, I won't be using the tech tier that much unless I'm mucking around creating a mini game with my friends. Obviously I don't play PvP and it's not something I aspire to. You let me know what you think about it. Now you've played on it a little bit, what do you think about it? Or have you seen more gameplay elements of it? Why do you think it's going to be successful or not? Oh, you bugger. My T-Rex got taken out by a level 12 wolf. Nah, bro. It's not about that. Anyway, I'm flying off back home. I'm going to muck around a little bit more with some of these things. I'll be looking forward to see what else Tech Tier can bring, so we can all either have a good old whinge and moan about it, or maybe actually eat our words and say, you know what, it's not that bad. I'm Jade Plays Games. Thanks a lot for watching. Go and check out my other guide on all the armour and the rifle. And like I said, all the ID commands will be in the description down below. Until next time, I'm Jade Plays Games. I'll see you later. Bye bye.